Oh, hello. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a good Monday. I hope everyone's Monday is going well. Hope everyone is doing good. Everyone's week is off to a good start. Hope it's doing well. Right, do that. Keep up with everything today, and let's see if I can manage it. No, that one might be a bit awkward to try this, but we're gonna see. Gonna see if I can manage it. Oh, the good thing is the new counter for Shaman is instant, which is nice. Previous counter was not instant. It took a bit of time to get going, but this time new one is pretty good. Now I know what I'm looking for, so we'll see if we can find it. See if luck will be on my side today, or if I will dive deeper and deeper into my insanity. Hoping that I can find a shiny. Hey Jared, how are you doing? Asura's Wrath. I've not heard of that. Was it a good game though? Is it finished? Is it been, what's the word I'm thinking of? Shut down? The way you're making it sounds like it's been shut down. Oh, it's a PS2 game. Oh, so it is like no longer a thing. Right, I'm gonna get used to this. That. The only problem is now because I'm dual hunting, I feel like I'm not going to be able to do either one as quickly. But that's fine. We're getting some checks in. That's all that matters. Asura's Wrath. I feel like I've heard of it. I feel like I heard of it, but I've never played it. Inspired Gurren Lagann. Oh, really? And Super Senron. Oh. I did not know that. That is interesting. I'm so glad that I've got that picture of Palkia up, so then I'll know what I'm looking for. Hey, I'm Fram. I'm gonna guess Giratina. But again, at this point, it could be anything. I'm sure it could be anything. How are you doing, Fram? Hope your week is going well. If your March has been good. Oh, no, wrong one. That one. Not that one. Yeah, see, that's something I've been meaning to potentially get into. Is a bit more Dragon Ball. I am very much a surface Dragon Ball enjoyer. You kind of gotta hope with the legendaries that you get a you just get someone with a path and you can join them. That's really all you gotta hope for, in my opinion. Right, now, last time I got to shiny Palkia, it was at 2,000 odd resets. So I'm not feeling like luck is on my side with this, I'll be honest. Because Lord knows, Lord knows it's probably not on my side. But I really want it. I wanna make up for the fact that I KO'd it. And I feel like the best way to do that is to do multiple hunts at the same time. Oh, no, I gotta stop doing that. Wrong button. I'm so used to pressing that button. Maybe I should have swapped them around. The one problem is there's too many buttons for me to press. Too many buttons. Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm lucky in that I already have Zygarde, so I don't have to worry about... Well, no, I have to worry about that appearing. I don't have to worry about me trying to catch it. It's the one thing I'm not looking forward to. Again, I've just done that again. Wrong button. Yeah, I'm not... I typically... Well, I haven't had any luck recently, actually, on the legendaries front, so... But yeah, I'm glad I'm not too worried about that. I will probably get back into, doing DAs at some point, but not for the minute. Now the hope is that we get a shiny pretty quickly. But I think, in all likelihood, my luck has been not amazing with shiny hunting. There is even more random chance to get what you actually wanted. Well, that's the problem, though, is that you can't shiny hunt in Legends, which... in Legends, sorry, Scarlet and Violet. Which makes Scarlet and Violet, in my opinion, one of the worst games to get the legendaries in, because you can't get what you can't get them shiny, and that just feels like a cardinal sin to me. Feels like a really bad cardinal sin. I've actually not even caught any of the legendaries in Scarlet and Violet. I'm pretty sure you have to get the snack from the guy, right? And I think it's random. I'm trying to think. It's Snacksworth, isn't it? Snacksworth, I think is his name, and then you go to him, and then you can talk to him, and then you can get it, I think. See, I don't even know how it works because I've not done it. I avoided it because I know I just wanted to shiny hunt them. It's like, yeah, I can catch as many as I want, but you know, shiny hunting is really what it's got my heart at the minute. See, I can't quite. I can do Shaman single-handedly. I can't do Palkia reset single-handedly. Do not have the skill. But I will say the loading when you soft reset is maddening. See, that's the problem, is that that's the thing with the Switch, you can't do it super quickly. On the DS you can, because you can just put the rubber bands on the bumpers and it's just start and then it's good. But on the Switch you kind of can't. Not only that, is that it also takes a really long time to load up. And it's kind of a shame. But no, I wanna get back into doing some stuff. Well, my goal is to get some shinies. I'm hoping that by the end of April, I would at least have gotten a shiny this year. Because so far, my year has not gone amazingly in terms of shinies. It sucks. It sucks that it's kind of been such a bad year. It was going to start really, really well. I managed to get shiny Palkia on the 3rd of Jan, but the problem is that I KO'd it like an idiot. Oh, the other thing as well is that the streams are going to be shorter for a little while. So they are going to be more like 2 hours. So there is that as well. So less checks overall. Anyway, and I'm also now dual hunting as well. So that just makes it even better. Makes it even better. As long as I don't mess up the controls too much, I'll get the rhythm in. Problem is I can't even remember what I put on for the schedule for tomorrow. I need to check. Hey Fireheart, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good Monday. Your weekend was good. Pokemon Rumble players took 6 years from resetting to recapturing all the shiny variants. Dedication is just insane. Oh yeah. That's the thing. If I had the ability to do something like that on that many consoles and shiny hunt on that, that would be wonderful. One, I don't have the money. Two, I don't have the time, and also I just don't have the ability. I struggle to shiny hunt. Well, I'm struggling with 2 screens, let alone with like 20 plus inputs. It's the loading on this that's killing me for the Palkia resets. GameCube wireless controllers ain't used Switch cartridge cheap. No, that's true. See, but that's the thing. I have some Wavebirds. I bought some Wavebirds because I was planning on doing something. But then I realized that you can get a mod that uses you can use a Game Boy Advanced as a controller, and that's like a fraction of the price. Okay, yes, it means you have to mod your consoles, but I mean, I've already modded mine, so you know, modding it a little bit more isn't that much of a concern for me. So I'm like, man, I should have looked into it a bit more before buying some of those. I can't remember the name of it now, but I'll look it up before. Well, actually, when is Safari Week? It's not long until Safari Week now, is it? June, July. I think it's close. Oh god, no, that sucks. No shiny. No shiny. You got yourself a Pokemon fan when you only play mainline games. You played Sun and Moon. Only other played your game. I played some other games. I see. Oh, you can call yourself a Pokemon fan. You can enjoy the. You can call yourself a Pokemon fan. It doesn't really matter. Be a Pokemon fan and not play the games. You can just be really into it. I'd like to think of myself as a Dragon Ball fan, even though I've not watched all of the Dragon Ball stuff. You know. I know little bits, but I don't know everything. I've not seen everything, you know. You don't have to be involved in it entirely to call yourself a fan. As with everything, I think they're fans. There are levels to being a fan of things. You don't need to dive in at the deep end. You can dip your toes in and call yourself a fan. Nothing wrong with that. Pokemon Black and White, Dream Online. It's been offline ever since the DS servers went up. Yeah, I know. Honestly, that's what scares me about the Switch. Because it's my only problem with owning digital Nintendo games. It's my one problem because Nintendo, unfortunately, is kind of like once it's down, you're not getting them back. So if you don't have them downloaded when the servers go offline, you're not getting them. My one problem with them. I prefer to own physical, wherever possible. And even then, you can't stop game servers going down, you know? It's like games that require online is just worrying to me. I much prefer games that don't require don't require online. He says while he plays Pokemon. I mean, for the most part, I can still play Platinum, even though the onlines have gone. One thing, I've done like 50 Rowlet checks 50 round, 50 shaming checks to 20 Palkia checks. 25 Palkia checks. Half of that time is spent in the menu. I mean, that's given that I'm counting properly. I'm pretty sure I am. Okay, I know what I'm looking for now for Palkia. God, the yawns are kicking in. Not even been that stressful of a day, but the yawns are kicking in. Trying to think what number would I like to get to today for Rowlet checks. I mean, the numbers before was 160 an hour. So 2 hours. I'd like to get to 300. So 550, I think, is the number I'd like to get to today. I will say, these yawns, they are killing me. But yeah, very chill few days while hunting. Oh, it's 2 days. Damn. I was like, oh, tomorrow we're going to get some Switch news. It's not. It's not tomorrow. It's Wednesday. Wonder if we're going to get a release date / price reveal / some more info on the console. So if we got a release date, that would be nice. It's just basically 2 Shaman checks to a Palkia check. So if I can get to 150 Palkia checks, that'd be insane. Would that be 260 Palkia checks today? No, that's not possible. Wouldn't it be 150? But yeah, it would be 260 total. No, it can't. That's not possible. I mean, I've done 30 in 20 minutes. It might be possible. It might be doable. We'll see. We'll see as we go. That's the one thing that I kind of need to spend a bit more time on is getting used to the jewel hunting. Alright, I gotta remember this time for Palkia, I've got a Master Ball. So let's use it. I don't know what I did with that. I did something with that, and I don't know what I did with it. That's about right. That is about right for me. I keep finding that I'm not so much misplacing things, but I save things, and I go, I remember that I saved that, but I don't remember where I saved it to. Funny enough, I had to go through my Instagram recently and organize all of my, organize some of the stuff that I'd saved, just so that I knew where to find it, so I wasn't scrolling for like 3 hours to try and find something that I was like, I know I saved it, but I can't remember where. It's always the time organizing stuff. It takes up so much time to... If you're like a disorganized person, it takes so much time to reorganize. I'm very much a disorganized person. It's like I have to set myself times where I'm like, I'm gonna clean. Because I'm like, if I don't, I'm not gonna clean up any mess. Which reminds me, I think I need to do a clean up soon because I think I need to clean up a bit more. And the thing that I'm a victim of, and I know I'm a victim of it, I need to improve on it, is throw everything in a drawer. Throw everything in a drawer and just kind of leave it for later. I think I need to get better at not doing that. But yeah, need to organize. Funny enough, my to-do list system is seeming to be working. In that I put something on the list, I do it. So maybe I just need to write myself more to-do lists. Because I've always kind of been disorganized, where it's like, man, I'll get to that later. Yeah, I'll do that later. Whereas I feel like if I have it written down in front of me, I'm like, if I'm bored, sitting, procrastinating, like, I don't know what to do, I can look at the list and go, I need to sort out this. I need to do that. And then I can go and do that. Versus sitting here being like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to watch YouTube. I'm just going to stick on a series that I've already watched through 3 times just because I want something to watch. So the to-do list has definitely helped me in that regard. That being said, I never thought I was disorganized or anything like that to begin with. But I've just found it's helped me just a bit more with keeping on track. Yeah, maybe we need to start taking guesses on when Shaman will shine. That's the thing, we are now over odds. So it could, in theory, be any time now. Or it could be not for a little while. That was it. I'm doing rowlet hunting tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. I forgot. I've completely forgot my schedule already. That button. I'm getting there. I'm really liking the fact that I can now dual hunt without worrying too much about like what like having to swap stuff over, because that's the thing. The way I was doing it previously was taking up just way too much of my time. So I'd be like, right, now I've got to click on this, change this, go back, do that. Whereas now, it's just a button press. It's just a button press, which makes it so much nicer. Arguably it's 2 button presses because it's 2 separate buttons, but it is still nice either way. Either way, it's good to just chillax yourself down a bit. But I have found that I end up misclicking more than I'd like to. I keep clicking on Pokemon rather than hitting run because I'm just not looking down at my screen. I just don't have the lower screen set up. Here I thought, I'll start Shaman. It's going to be the easiest one for me to hunt. It's going to be the quickest. It turns out it might not be. It might be the longest. Which is about right. It's on par for me to do a hunt that's actively going to take me a really long time to do. The only one that's beaten this so far in terms of... Well, no, the only one losing to this in terms of odds is Rowlet. The only reason that Shaman is technically on top is because I've only been doing Shaman for like not even 2 months. I think it's been like a month. Whereas Rowlet, I've been going for over a year. Insane how ridiculously like quick Shaman is in comparison to just standard soft resetting hunts. That button. I'm still getting there with the buttons. I will eventually learn. But until that time, I am more than happy to keep fumbling my way through. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get to the point today where I'm starting to get into the groove of the hunting on both consoles, and then I'm going to spend tomorrow not doing it. I'm going to spend 2 days not doing it. Then we're going to go and do Mystery Dungeon, and then I'm going to come back and then not do it as well. It's one of those that I'm like cursing myself. Oh, palindrome. No. 830, 8338. Palindrome number, same number forward as it is backwards. Which I keep hoping will bring me better luck, but it never seems to. At this rate, I'm pretty sure all the games that I own are shiny locked, and no Pokemon on those games can ever be shiny. At least for my DS games. Because I'm getting Ultra Moon, same problem. No luck. Hey Martin, how are you doing? I hope your week is going well. Your week is off to a good start. I keep forgetting it's Monday. Feels like a Sunday. No, I did not get Rowlet, Martin. Rowlet hunt starts up again tomorrow. And that will stop the questions of, did you get Rowlet? I hope. I hope. Probably not though, because that's not my luck. Instead tomorrow it'll be, did you get a Shaman? Because that's just my luck. But no, hopefully you're gonna get Rowlet soon. Luck is indeed luck based, yeah, and I have 0 luck. In regards to that, unfortunately as well today I had my car battery die on me. That was fun. Another expenditure I did not want this month, but got it nonetheless. Because life is not fair. Life likes to throw curveballs at you. Hey, Demo! I do remember that, Martin, yes. It was Gloomaz. Gloomaz really liked it when I said that. How you doing, Tomo? Hope your week is going well. Or I hope your weekend was good. I hope your Monday's going well. Yeah, unfortunately over odds for Shaman, but still under odds for Palkia, so that is good. I'm glad it's been good. Yeah, Palkia technically is at 2,000, like 200, 300, 400, because I failed it at 2,200. Actually, I can tell you the exact number it was because I started a new counter. 2,000. Did I delete it? The 2,330 was what I was at before I failed Palkia. And then I failed it. Yeah, I put it on Discord. Hitting 29k for Skarmory today in Soul Silver. Ooh. That sounds painful, Tomo. I wish you luck with that hunt. Hopefully that goes well. Hopefully you can get that soon. We don't like hunts that go ridiculously over odds. Also, hello Lucario, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good Monday. Have you had a good weekend? You phased twice, but not bad. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When you're doing those random encounters, phasing is both a blessing and a curse, right? Because it's like, oh, it's a shiny. But then it's like, it's not a shiny that I want. Whereas with soft resetting, you don't get to phase, and that just drags on these hunts even longer than you want. Again, if I would have just caught Palkia in the Master Ball that I had, I could be onto better things. But instead, I am stuck. I am stuck hoping that I can get Palkia. Boy, does this existence hurt. Graveler at 3k, 5% Teddy Ursa at 17k. Ooh. You have Magnet Ball for Skarmory as well. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I did with... did some Sword and Shield shiny hunting. I did Duraludon? And I used Magnet Ball for that as well. That was my first time using Magnet Ball. Didn't take me too long, luckily, but again, was still not amazing. It's when these hunts line up at the same time, that's when my brain starts getting fried. Like, what buttons do I press? I need just like 2 macro, what's the word? Is it macros? 2 macro keys that are just on my desk that are separate. That's like counter 1, counter 2. And I can just change the name on them each time I change the hunt. And I'm like, right, Rowlet, push the Rowlet button. Shaman, push the Shaman button. Again, then that's even more spending. I'm like, ooh, money. Apparently, it likes to burn a hole in my pocket. Yeah, so today, soft resetting, dual hunting even. Tuesdays are going to be Rowlet days. I don't know if I'm going to start doing Rowlet hunts off stream. Just like getting in the reps off stream. For the moment, I'm not planning on it, but it will be going down to 1 day a week. And then Thursday will be dual hunting again. And then Friday will be mystery dungeons. Well, unfortunately, Rowlet is already 2 times over odds. So if Rowlet's going to arrive, it should have done so by now. Why are you mad at yourself, Martin? Oh, don't worry, Tomo. Not only have I yet to get a shiny for this year, I've also failed a shiny this year. So I am with you there. Hence why I'm so adamant on dual hunting, so I can get like more of the hunts I want to get done at the same time. And not drive myself too insane doing it. He says, while quite clearly driving himself insane over it. I'm trying to think, it's not even like I have a pity shiny from sleep or anything like that. Did I get anything in sleep? I don't know. I can't remember. I might have done. There's long as you get some hunts done before ZA, I'll be satisfied. Yeah. As long as, yeah, well, I mean, we don't know when ZA, we don't have a release date for ZA yet. Because I think we're expecting fall, but we might get more info Wednesday at the Switch 2 release date announcement thing that they're doing for the Switch 2. Because you don't know how to say something and you can't figure it out. Yeah, I struggle with English. I struggle a lot with words sometimes. Yeah, the JP Direct said fall, but fall is like August, September, October, which would be an interesting release window because it's earlier than normal. That's the thing, is that normally they release like a main series game in November. So I'm very surprised that, considering ZA is going to be the big release of this year, I'm very much surprised that they're not putting that in the November slot, which would technically be winter. Or maybe it's end of fall, but normally they, if it's November, normally they'd give a release date. Like all the main series games in Direct have given us like November release dates, whereas this is just giving us a rough window that's earlier than a November release date. Very strange, very, very strange. But again, they could just be waiting for the Switch 2 announcement, and then it's going to be a release title for the Switch 2. You know, it's like, oh, the Switch 2's coming out in August, and it's gonna be released alongside that. Scared the people it's directed at will be mad at you. Well, that's the problem with saying anything, Martin, is that you might end up offending some people. You just gotta take it on the chin when that happens. If you worry about pleasing everyone with everything you say, you'll never say anything, because someone will always be angry or upset with something you say. And it's not worth worrying about. See, but I feel like they had to do that, Tomo. It is cool, but I feel like they had to do it because after next week, everything's going to be about the Switch 2. So they couldn't do a Switch 1 reveal, you know, games coming onto the Switch 1 before or after a Switch 2 announcement and reveal, because people would just be like, you know, why do we care about this? We got the Switch 2 coming out. It's fine, Martin. Hope you're doing well. And welcome in. Doesn't matter. Nothing interesting has happened. You haven't missed anything. Senor Piplup. I love that name. But I hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend was good. Hope your Monday is going well. Yeah, see, I don't know how I feel about the virtual cards was interesting. I really like the technology idea behind virtual SD cards. I think that was a pretty cool announcement. But then again, it's like they're trying to get rid of physical things, right? And they're trying to move everything to the online store. You know, because it's like, oh, you can basically do what you do on physical, but now with digital. So I think they're like trying to a degree to kind of say to people, look, you know, It's a cool way to push the technology forward. I will say that. Again, it's not quite like game sharing on PC, where you can go into pretty deep in game sharing on PC, but for a Switch, it's not bad. It's not bad for like a mobile console for Nintendo. And again, loaning them out for like, what was it, 14 days you can loan games out for? That's pretty cool. The only thing that was kind of worrying me was like save games. Let's say someone gifts me a game that I don't own. I play the game, I really enjoy the game, then the game gets taken away from me. What happens to the save data? Because it's like, if I buy the game, can I pick up from where I left off? Or do I have to restart it all over again? I imagine it would save the saved data locally. But then you run the risk of potentially, I mean, you know, I don't think the save data are very big, so I doubt you'll clog up your system with a load of saved datas. But you know what I mean? Like, it's then a case of you'll end up with, like, let's say 15, 20 game save data on your system that you don't play, and it all adds up. I mean, let's be honest. It's probably going to carry over the save data. Because I don't think you can kind of do that any other way. Yeah, because that's the thing. It's per account, right? So it's like I could open up my Pokemon Pearl on a different account and have it be a completely different save game. It's interesting. That was my one concern. Was if I get given, Tears of the Kingdom, but then like it gets taken away from me, like, would my save data still be there? But yeah, if it does it per profile, then it will still be there. It will still be on my account. Because that's what my brother was happy about with the new Pokemon games. So he was like, because before he had to buy one for him, his daughter, his son, because he would end up buying 3 copies of the game because it was like, well, you know, we have to have them. Whereas now, he buys 1 copy and they all share it across their accounts. So it's like much better for him versus, you know, having 3 copies of the game, because again, it costs you 3 times as much. So in a way, I feel like Pokemon has kind of shot themselves in the foot with that. Because again, you kind of lose the fact that people buy multiple stuff. No, they have 1 Switch. I think. I don't know. Don't ask me. I just know that that's what he was going on about. He's mentioned that previously to me. The fact that he was quite happy that he didn't have to worry about splitting it on multiple consoles. Oh yeah, I keep remembering I was trying to run away from Palkia and it won't let you do it at this point in the game. I was like, do I go and heal? Do I go and sort out my team? You physically cannot, because the game is like, no, you have to fight Palkia now. I mean, that being said, I have enough switches to, like, cover everyone in our household, and no one else uses switches but me. Well, technically at the minute, I'm running with 3. But one of them technically isn't mine. So, technically I'm only running with 2. And obviously I'm looking to get a Switch 2 when that inevitably comes out. I'll probably end up, if they open pre-orders Wednesday, I'll probably end up pre-ordering one on Wednesday. Again, I think he's like me though. I think he prefers physical. But it's more so the fact that the save data is different on the Switch versus on DS. On DS, you had to, it was physically on the cartridge, so you couldn't just pop it into another system and get away with, you know, playing the game through. Whereas now you can with only having one cartridge. So again, I feel like Nintendo definitely shot themselves in the foot with that. Is it really? No, I did not know that. I did not know that, Piplup. I don't need to lend it. They have their own copies, Martin. So what I'm saying is that they just like the fact that they don't need multiple copies of the game now. Whereas on the DS, you did need multiple copies because each save was per cartridge, not per console or per account. Whereas now it's per account, per console, you know, per account versus per console, per save disc. So arguably it begs the question why they even do physical stuff, because all it does, the physical stuff nowadays, like the Switch 2 cartridge is completely different to like the DS cartridges, because it's very much just a flag, right? It's like, oh, they have the game. I don't think the game is saved on... It's not the game is saved on the cartridge. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. People up. I mean, yeah, I think that's what they do. They just throw the cartridge around the house versus playing, you know, versus having multiple copies of the game. Wait, I didn't count that one up, did I? Did I count that one up? No, I did not. But no, I mean, again, it's really weird that they didn't do that now. No, I said he'll probably... No, I was talking about how the saved on the digital cartridge was working. Because I don't know how it was going to work. But it makes sense that it's per account because that's how it works with the physical cartridges. And then I went into the tangent of my brother using the physical cartridges because it's saved per account, not on the actual cartridge. The digital is not useful for them at all because, again, I think the physical is better for them. That is the joy, is sowing the seeds of confusion. But no, so they only buy one copy of the physical game, but just share it between the household. So the digital one, if anything, would be a downgrade for them because of how the gifting works with the digital cartridge. Because the digital cartridge, you can only share it to one person at a time for upwards of 7 days. So you'd have to constantly be giving out the cartridge, like all the time off the main switch. But no, my thing was that I was intrigued on how the save data would work. It's like if I got given a game for 2 weeks, I played it, then it took it back. If I bought the game, could I continue from where I left off, or would I have to start a new game? Hey Leonard, how are you doing? Are you having a good Monday? Your weekend was good? And Greg, hello Greg, how are you doing? I hope your weekend was good. You had a good Mother's Day. Maybe you got your mother something nice. Or the mother figure in your life. Or if not, you spent the day giving back to mothers. Maybe that doesn't sound quite right. You could, or at least should. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it was the UK's Mother's Day this weekend. I know Greg is in the UK, hence why I was bringing it up. It could do, Piplup. It could do. Or it could just mean that there are multiple of certain Pokemon. It doesn't mean that there's limited to just 2. It could be that there's 1,000 of them, 4,000 of them, and just happens that one of them is shiny. We don't know for a fact that there is only one of each legendary. We have to take that assumption because the games give us that assumption, but given that you can soft reset and the nature is different every time, technically there could be multiple. We do not know that is true or false. Go along a vase full of flowers to put on a fireplace. Ooh, very nice, very nice. You did more than me, Greg. You did more than me. Shaman is really cool. I like Shaman. Hence why Shaman is the first one that I'm hunting, because I too like Shaman. Shaman is adorable and amazing, and I love it, so I'm hunting it. Problem is the distinction between mythicals and legendaries blurs for me quite a lot of the time. It's like Cresselia is a legendary, but Darkrai is a mythical, even though they're often put as a pair. Because Darkrai is only obtainable through events, whereas Cresselia I think is available base game. I'm pretty sure you can get, if I'm remembering correctly, Well, I mean, the fact that Cresselia is in DAs gives you the answer that Cresselia is legendary and not a mythical. I believe so, Greg, yes. Although arguably it is obtainable in... Is it? No. I'm thinking of something else. Isn't it available in ORAS? Like in base game? Like there's something that it's available in base game. I can't remember if it was actually a thing. I remember vaguely that there was a rumor, a stir going around that you could get it in platinum. But I never actually managed to do that. So it was always one that confused me. Yeah, because that's the thing, is that they change how you can get these Pokemon. So again, I don't know if it is now considered a legendary. Because again, Mythicals, I remember looking this up not too long ago, that Mythicals were like event-only creatures. Event-only Pokemon. Whereas Legendaries were ones you could get in the games. Or it was in the game by default. Although you could argue it would depend on the universe, because we know that the Pokemon games are technically split into two separate worlds, right? Where there is Mega and one where there isn't Mega evolution. I vaguely remember that being a thing, or was that game theory? I can't remember. It's been so long. All my Pokemon kind of lore knowledge is kind of jumbled up at the minute. Yeah, but because you can get it in the base game, it might count as a legendary. Again, my second way of telling was, is it obtainable in DAs? If it isn't obtainable in DAs or isn't obtainable via Snackworth, then it is a mythical. Is going to be how I'm going to do it, as how I'm going to put it in my head. Yeah, go for it, Tyranitar. I might not understand it. It's not my point of interest, but there's nothing wrong with learning new info. Nothing wrong with learning more new info. It'll be another useless bit of information stuck in my head. It can go in and sit with the rest of the useless information inside my noggin. Ooh, interesting. I did not know that. Only Meltan and Melmetal are mythicals. Yeah, because they were only obtainable through a special method originally when they were revealed, when they were announced, which was the transferring between the Switch, between the Let's Go games and Pokemon Go, right? So again, Pokemon obtained through unique methods that aren't like base game, I think, are mythicals. Alright, people have more things to buy. you have a good continuation to your week. And if you don't pop in, that's fine. It's good to see you again. But yeah, we'll see you sometime soon. Oh, and I have a slight, not a slight problem. I have a confession. The member stream this week is going to be me playing Ark Survival Evolved. Sorry, Ark Survival Ascended. I have jumped back on that bandwagon, and me and my brother were playing it over the weekend, and I think I'm really hooked on the game. So, yeah, I'm gonna be playing that. I really wanted to start playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. I've still got it sealed, sitting on my desk, and I will get through to playing it. I will play it. I want to play it. I'll have to add it to my to-do list because that seems to be the only way I'm able to do stuff at the minute. Gigantopithecus is the closest primate to be King Kong. That is true. They indeed are. Big monkey. First Meltan in Pogo was a 4-star hundo one. Nice. Very nice. I've yet to get a decent Melmetal. That's just not gone my way. My luck for that has not been too good. It is a shame, but shame is fine. Problems are fine. It not going my way is good. Because it means when it does go my way, I can be happier about it. You reckon? Oh, that's interesting, Tyranitar. Definitely would have thought something else would have been closer. But then again, I also don't know a lot about Godzilla. I want to watch Godzilla -1, that movie that came out last year that got amazing reviews and people were like, it's the best Godzilla thing in ages. But I haven't gotten around to seeing that yet. So I think I've got to get through to do that. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. It's really good in comparison to the MonsterVerse Godzilla movie, which is very much Hollywood's take on Godzilla. Let's see if it's shiny before I close the game, shall we? Let's not close the game before it. It was done on a really low budget as well. I think it was something like 120 odd million, which for movies is tiny. You consider they announced the cast for Avengers Doomsday recently, and that was just star after star after star. It would not surprise me if that movie ended up costing upwards of 500, 600, 700 million to make, because all the stars are going to want a bit of the pie. Yeah, well over odds. Wow, only slightly over odds. Odds for Shaman are 1 in 8,192. And I started today on 1,250. So again, shorter streams mean shorter checks. Well, it means less checks in an evening. Probably would, Tyranitar, yeah. Probably would. But there's definitely something to be said about, you know, Hollywood's way of dealing with Godzilla versus Japan's way of dealing with Godzilla. I think the -1 way is probably my preferred way, because I feel like the MonsterVerse is just slamming two monsters against each other, you know? Just, oh, how much CG can we do in a movie? 60%? 70%? Yeah, we'll just do that. I'm apprehensive of, like, checking out the newer Power Ranger stuff. Because for a similar reason, I think I need to count that up. That I remember when I was younger, Power Rangers was very much this style of like people in a suit fighting other people in a suit when they go into the Megazords. And now I'm a little bit worried that it's all CG, and that just kind of ruins the look for me. I much prefer to keep it the old school style. I could be wrong. They could still be doing it that way. I'd be very surprised if they were. But it is possible. If we're going basic chocolate, if we're going fancy, I don't mind like a bit of toffee. Toffee or caramel. Or like cookie dough. Although arguably I'm not that overly picky about chocolate, about ice cream. I mean, I don't do anything with fruit or anything like that, so you know, kind of like strawberry isn't one for me. Banana, you know, the exotic-y kind of ones. But I'll do a cookie dough, I'll do a cookies and cream, I'll do chocolate, I'll do vanilla. You know, I'll do Oreo, I'll do, you know, those kind of ones. It's like the other day I was trying to be good and I regretted it because it was horrible, and I feel like it's destroyed my willingness to have it. Was I had a Domino's. When did I have a Domino's? Friday night. I might have mentioned it. Did I mention it? I remember. But when I had it, I had a thin and crispy base, which was basically just puff pastry. I was like, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna try. I saw a thing where it was like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, healthy people, you know, rather than having the full fat Domino's, you have a thin and crispy base, and it's supposed to be better for you. But so I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. And I'd had it, and I was like, it's basically just puff pastry. It was by no means good. Didn't fill me up. And it was just a pain to eat because it just kind of kept flaking everywhere. I felt like there were less toppings on it. It just didn't feel like an enjoyable experience. And it wasn't like it was cheaper either. The same amount of money for if you have it, you know, thick or thin. Which I just think is ridiculous that they can charge more for a thin, well, charge the same for a thin base. And that being said, I've been good. I went down, I used to. This was like 3 years ago. Healthier. I wanted to have a takeaway but eat healthier. So that's why I went Domino's. And I didn't get stuffed crust. But no, a few years ago, I used to be able to demolish like a large pizza in one sitting. But I've been good recently. I've gone down to a medium-sized pizza. And I struggle to finish that now. So, all my healthy eating is working. All my being healthy is working. It makes me quite sad because I do love a pizza. You bought both -1 original and minus colors. Ooh, nice, Tyranitar. I'm being healthier in other aspects though, you know, working out slightly more, being slightly more active, eating slightly less. Not so much counting calories because I find that to be like impossible and also just a huge time sink. Because again, you're just like, oh, okay, well, I've got to calculate all the calories in this dinner. I've got to calculate. And I'm just like, I don't care. I know roughly what it is. I'm like, it's not going to be more than 1,500 calories, like a standard evening home cooked meal. So I work with that. Well, I typically say about 1,000, depending on the meal. Obviously, if we have something that's got like loads of cheese in it, I'll give it a bit more headroom. But you know, if it's like stir fry, it's less. You know what? I've never actively watched. I've got a VR headset. I've never actively sat and was like, I'm going to watch a movie in VR. It definitely seems like an experience that I'd maybe want to do one day, but for the minute, I am quite happy watching movies regularly. That's what I'm actually going to go see soon. That might get me into playing something else. Is the Minecraft movie. I think I'm going to go and see that with some family next week because it is out this week. It's out Friday, I do believe. But it sounds like we might go and watch it later. Because they're like, we're going to go see it. I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to go see it. But I was like, I'm more than happy to go and watch it alone. I don't care. And then they asked my nephew, they're like, do you want Uncle to come watch it with us? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll come watch it with you. Saves me going alone. I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna go and watch How to Train Your Dragon and probably Lilo and Stitch alone. I do not care about seeing me like a weirdo in the cinema. The only problem is I need to try and find the money for my car battery as well. At some point. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one to find the money for. Because that was something new that I had to do today. I had to jump start my car. Never done it before. Never knew how to do it, but I had to do it all on me lonesome. Big boy. Had to do some adulting. Yeah, that's something that I think people do, right? Is the movies, the 3D effects for movies were like red and blue, right? One eye red, one eye blue. Man, I miss that. That used to be a big thing, like 10 years ago, was VR movies. You'd go to the cinema, and I don't think I've ever seen it like advertised for a really long time. I don't remember the key presses. Oh, really? Interesting. Count that up. Do that, do that, do that. Do that, do that, do that. Goodness, you know it's closing in on my bedtime because the yawns are kicking in. I don't know if I'll be able to get to 8,500 for... Oh no, I'll be able to get to 8,500 today for Rowlet. Rowlet Shaman. I'm doing it again. It's because I got Rowlet on the mind because it's hunting Rowlet tomorrow. Unfortunately, if it was 3 PM for me, I would still be at work. I hit the box. I hit the bag. Keep doing that. Oh. I'm sure I'm not counting properly for Palkia. I'm sure I've missed like one or two. Keep spamming A on the controller like it's gonna do something to the to the DS. It does not work that way. Boom. Boom. I hit the damn bag again. We're gonna get there. Gonna get there eventually. Something will shine for me soon. Knowing my luck, probably Palkia. But I've got a Master Ball for it this time, so... Well, I had a Master Ball for it last time, actually, but... I refuse to be defeated by it. I refuse. Yeah, so what was I thinking? 5... I was hoping to get 300 resets done for shaming today. We started on 225, 8250, if I'm remembering correctly. So 8250, so 8550. So half an hour. It might be doable. And then I was thinking Palkia would be... Was Palkia going to be 150? So it was going to take us up to 260. Might be able to get close on both. It very rarely do I manage to stay on track with these hunts. Very, very rarely. Normally I overestimate my ability. I'm like, yeah, I can get 4,000 resets done. And then I don't. Managed to get 6 legendary weapons in Borderlands 2. Nice. I've not played a Borderlands game in ages. What was the one that came out recently? Was it 3? I didn't really get into 3. Do I own it? I own one of them. Oh, I own 2. I own 2 and then the first one. I haven't played 2 since 2019. But I have 41 hours, so I think I played decently a lot. Oh, they're bringing out 4 this year? Goodness. After the movies, mildly well received. Say mildly because I don't think the movie was that well received. Yeah, after the movie, I'm surprised they're going ahead with it. Yeah, I remember it being kind of meh. I think it very much depends if you're going into it. Again, I think it's a similar thing with the Halo series. If you were going into the Halo series a fan of the Halo games, you wouldn't like the series because it very much strays differently from the games. Other than like characters and like you know, kind of the main plot points, you know, let's like the Covenant and things like that. Whereas sometimes the movies are just so wildly different. That's why I wanted to give the Halo show a chance. But when I was seeing bits from it that it was like different, it sounds petty, but the sound effects for me, Halo is very iconic for its sound effects. And the show didn't use the sound effects. And I feel like it was such a good opportunity to kind of like use the sound effects. So I just kind of was just like, man, I just much prefer playing those kind of games. feel like Borderlands as well is one of those that if you're going to do a movie of it, you either stick to the script or you kind of go your own way. You don't like do a mixed bag where it's like some of this stuff is canon, some of it is not. Dragon Ball Super, when Goku got blasted by his own reminiscent. Let's see again. I would say I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. I'm not that much of a fan of Dragon Ball. My Dragon Ball knowledge primarily comes from Instagram reels of Vegeta saying something inspirational-esque. That's typically all I get. Typically it's workout motivation stuff, funnily enough. That's my exposure to it. That and like the very first like 16, or did I make it to like 30 odd episodes in? I think I might have made it like 16 episodes into the very, very first series. Like ages ago. That was very much my... That's very much my exposure to it. Whereas I know some people absolutely love the series. I bought Sparking Zero in a hopes to get me more into it and kind of let me understand more of what's going on. And then I found out I'm really, really bad at fighting games. So I was like, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'll avoid that. But yeah, no, my experience with a lot of the longer running shows, that I have no desire to watch Naruto. I have no desire to continue watching Bleach, at least until the anime is finished. Maybe once it's done, I'll consider hopping back into it, but I got like 160 odd episodes into Bleach, and then I think it was like 30 episodes of filler or something like that, and I was just like, I can't watch 30 episodes of filler, so I just kind of stopped. It's kind of my problem with One Piece as well. One Piece, I think, is going to enter a phase where it either stops airing or they start pumping in a load of filler. Because it's pretty much caught up. Oh, I'm going to say, on my end, everything is still saying it's good, so... going to trust my stuff. Oh, I don't know if I can do another 20 odd minutes. But yeah, so 150 a day would be 300 Palkia resets a week. Minimum. So... oh, man. It would take me a while to get to full odds. 10 streams? 11? 12... maybe 13 streams to get to full odds? A lot. That's if I don't get lucky and get it under odds again. Given that I've already got it under odds once, I don't think I'm going to get it under odds a second time. I do like the little loading screen. It has more loaders than the boss itself. Man, I find that like bosses sometimes feel easier than the stuff that like pre-exists the bosses. Either that or I'm just really, really bad at games. Actually, now I think about it, I might just be really bad at games. Alrighty. Oh man, I want to end it on a decent number. Also, my brain is like, I don't want to end the stream too soon, but... wait, do I need to do that one? I think I did need to do that one, didn't I? No, maybe I didn't. Now I do that one. There we go. But yeah, so there's a 50-50 chance that tomorrow either I'm going to get more questions about if I've got Rowlet, or if I can stop the questions of whether or not I've gotten Shiny Rowlet yet. We'll see. We shall see. But no, so tomorrow will be, oh god, 50. I think I can only manage 50 resets of Rowlet tomorrow. So yeah, that will be That'll be tomorrow. And it end stream slightly earlier today. Getting back into this whole daily streaming thing might take me a little bit to get used to, get back into the swing of things. I'm gonna get to 8,510, just so I'm ending it on a decent number. Rookie numbers, but the yawns are just kicking me in the butt. Alright, last check, and then I'm gonna go and slip. Okay, here we go, sleep time, no shiny. Okay, so yeah, that is me done. So unfortunately, I will be back tomorrow. Unfortunately for me. Be continuing the route at reset. Hoping that we can get close to a closer to a shiny Rowlet. We shall see. Thank you very much for watching today, everyone. I hope you will have an amazing rest of your Mondays. Hope you will have a good start to your Tuesdays. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye. I needed to sort that out. Anyway, bye everyone. Bye bye bye.